Hello. I didn't know you what you did was so confusing. He put up the number one with his finger and then went or something. And then I thought what that meant was I'll intro. So I didn't say anything, and then he just sat there, and I'm like, wait,
No.
what the fuck was he trying to say?
What that meant was, is this the first episode?
Yes, this is the first episode. I love how, like, we don't know that right off the top.
No. Well, hi, guys.
We've not recorded so many of these episodes, including trying to record this one multiple times. It's fine.
You know, you live and you learn.
Yeah. Hello, guys. If you come over here from the Crosscut a Cinema podcast, you know me and Franny from there.
Hi.
This is a podcast in which us and our friend CL Blue over here
Hello.
talk about pilots of TV episodes or just in general TV. We go over in full spoiler review, Crosscut Cinema style, except it's us and we go over, you know, like I said, TV instead of movies. I mean, it's a pretty simple concept. If you haven't figured it out yet, I'm sorry. This time, which is our first time, oddly, because we've recorded other episodes, but we had a different name, and so we went through a bunch of name issues. Now we're a pilot podcast because we gave up. We're called a pilot podcast now because we gave up on a good name. And this time we're talking about Scream Series 1, otherwise known as Scream the Lakewood 6, and Scream Series 2, otherwise known as the Dead Fast Club, or if it was released in another country for you through VH1, it was actually called Scream Resurrection.
Was it really?
Yes. Because for some reason, outside the United States, it wasn't released on MTV. It was released on VH1. I can't tell you why. I don't understand these things. Probably because it was really poopy, but we'll get to that.
Oh, goodness. Well, Scream is an American anthology slasher television series developed by Jill Blote-Vogel, Dan Dvorkin, and JBD for MTV and VH1. It's based on the slasher films of the same title.
The Wes Craven classics. And then Wes Craven, oddly enough about this show, I just wanted to point this out. When it was coming out, Wes was very vocal about how he didn't like that they took out Ghostface from the show. Because if you look, this series, and then the next series they bring him back, but in this series, the killer that is not Ghostface, it's a dude who has essentially a glory hole mouth prepared to kill people. He's just a guy who's like, oh, like, wow, the whole time. And he's not Ghostface, and he looks kind of stupid. So there was a lot of contention there.
He looks like a baby in a sonogram who's like moving its head too fast.
He looks like the guy who's trying to catch like a grape in his mouth that his friend's throwing to him.
Oh, wait, over here.
Over here.
Oh, wait.
I got it. Yeah. But the other point of contention with the show, right when it came out, because pretty much the moment the pilot hit, there was a lot of people who were very upset.
Yeah, reasonably.
The other thing is, if you know this about Scream, you might have heard this over on the Crosscut Cinema podcast, which you haven't listened to that. Also listen to that after this. After this. Anyway.
After is a movie they might do on Crosscut Cinema.
Who knows? So one of the things that's popular about the Scream franchise is that they had Drew Barrymore, who was like a huge actress, play the person who gets killed right away. But they put her all over the posters, kind of like how Hitchcock did with Psycho. So when Scream was coming out, Bella Thorne was on all of the promotional material, and then they killed her in the first 5 seconds.
Which I have a little fun fact about that.
Wow!
Wow, fun facts.
Bella Thorne
Pilot
actually
podcast.
that whole scene with the Bella Thorne's death in it was one take. They did it all in one fucking take. They didn't need to redo any of it. I think that's pretty.
But it has
fun
multiple
fact.
cutaways.
No, I know, but it was one take. Like they didn't do multiple takes for it.
So like every
I see
single
what you're
cut
saying.
Yeah.
was a
So all the
single
scenes
take.
were
It
done
wasn't
in one
like
shot.
it wasn't a continuous shot. It was one
Right.
take.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, that's what a one take is. You're saying that all the scenes were done in one take with her.
Yeah.
Okay,
Cool.
got it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Probably because they only could afford her for like 2 hours,
Yeah.
No.
or because she was only willing to do it for 2 hours. Yeah, but I don't know why some people were upset. I found it to be cathartic for her to die so soon because she's the worst human being alive. But I guess people
definitely think
didn't think that in like 2011, I guess, or whenever it came out.
Is that how long ago it was?
It might be later than I gotta imagine. It's later than that. I was just taking a guess.
I was gonna say it's sweet payback for her OnlyFans.
Might be like
fans.
2016.
Oh
actually.
God. Yeah, I think it was. Hold on. When did it come out?
Hold on, I can.
I
Tell
think
you
it's
on my-
2015.
2015. Wow.
Yeah.
It did debut in. Hold on, I'm scrolling. Hold on, I'm scrolling. We're getting there. We're getting there. It ran from June 30th, 2015.
2015.
Hey.
2019.
Yeah. So in 2015, I don't know if she was as hated as she is now.
I mean, she wasn't exactly like popular. I don't think.
Well, she was popular because that was the whole point.
Well, you know what I mean.
I
But
think she might have been more infamous, though, is what you're saying.
there we go.
Yeah.
That's the word I was looking for.
Whew. Yeah. So this show, the pilot alone turned a lot of people off to it, but it had also an instant fan base, though. The show did incredibly well for MTV in the following episodes as well. So let's talk about the pilot as a whole. What did you guys think? Or, better than that, who wants to run through the plot? Nobody? Nobody wants to talk right now?
I can run through the plot.
I'm like, am I teaching a fucking
No.
English class right now in
I'll
middle
run
school?
through the plot.
This is Zoom, and we're all on mute.
So the show centers around the catalyst of a spoiled teen dying, played by Bella Thorne, and then that kind of leads to a bunch of other questions about, is this murderer back that's infamous in the town? It turns out that this girl Emma becomes his target because the killer way back in the 80s or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
He was obsessed with her mom, and nobody knew that because they covered it up. She was a minor, so they took her name out of the police reports. And Emma becomes the target of this killer and starts receiving the classic Scream phone calls and everything. She is actually the same age her mom was at the time of the original killings.
The killer even is like, "You look just like your mom."
Yeah, it's really
sweet pussy like your mom.
Ooh, that sweet underageness.
Yeah, it's just so fucking
Yeah.
creepy.
So they think it's that one killer. I forget his name.
Brandon James.
Brandon James. They think it's Brandon James. He terrorizes her and her group of friends. People die, etc.
Yeah. One of the things that they do really well, in comparison to stuff that they don't do really well, which there's a plethora of. But one of the things they do really well is there's a character in the Scream movie series, which you might have heard us talk about, maybe not, in the other podcast we do. But there's a character named Randy, played by Jamie Kennedy.
Yeah.
And his entire concept is that he is the thing that makes everything meta. He's aware of the rules of a horror film. There's a character named Noah in this show, which is kind of the highlight for me.
Yeah.
I like that
Agreed.
character a lot. He is the person who relays not only the rules of a horror TV show to you, but also relays the rules of how what's going to happen next. What are the expectations? Where are the surprises going to be? And even though they're pretty good at moving around your expectations, definitely subduing your expectations. They stick within his rules, oddly.
Yeah.
And
They
you'll
do.
see that throughout the show.
Which I like that because it is a new concept doing a slasher as a TV show. You don't see that.
Yeah, not entirely. I mean, there are examples
Yeah.
out there, but it's not entirely new. There was the Bates Motel series, the one from the 90s, and then there's also Slasher. There are TV shows about murder. Also Dexter. I mean, that Dexter's an obvious
Yeah,
one.
but it's not the same thing, like a slasher and a mask. It's a different concept.
No, this is definitely it's definitely its own thing. And you'll see as the show goes on, they like to pay tribute to a lot of different horror movies.
Yeah.
The whole second season, every episode is labeled as the title of a horror movie. In this one, they keep it more based on chapters because I imagine, just from the pilot, but as well as the rest of the show, I don't think they ever anticipated making a sequel to this show. But the thing is, or there's another season. But the thing is, the show was so incredibly popular,
Yeah.
they squeezed one out. Squeezed two out, actually. But anyway, so in the plot, the Bella Thorne character is killed.
Yeah, and they did kind of play homage to other horror movies within the first two seasons with the original cast. I
Yeah.
believe episode 1 of season 2 is I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't I just say kind
No,
of the
you
same thing?
you said they didn't really do it until well, yeah, you kind of said that, but
That's exactly what I said, actually.
okay. Fuck me, I guess.
For instance, not that I'm going to say anything about the show, but in season 2, episode 1, there's a direct call to Michael Myers where there's a killer hanging from the ceiling and he drops down using only his arm and his upper body strength. That is a Michael Myers trait through and through. And a lot of people don't know this, but the Scream mask is actually based on the Michael Myers movies. They basically had that mold, like the darkness of the eyes, and it did what they said, melted his face.
Ooh, gross.
So that's how Ghostface came along. So in this pilot, the girl dies, the Bella Thorne character.
Yeah.
The boyfriend's also dead, but the killer, not Ghostface, even though I really want to call him that, Brandon James wannabe, Brandon James whoever, he takes the body and hides it. So then everybody thinks, oh, it's her boyfriend who killed her and he ran away because he had emotional issues, which, by the way, like, that's not how emotional issues work. You don't just murder your girlfriend. But I guess it could happen, but definitely that's not like the write-off. People shouldn't be like, well, he had emotional issues, so clearly he was prone to murder.
Oh, God.
But that's how the show treats it a little bit.
He's even like watching Bella Thorne through the webcam, and she's like, oh, "You're so naughty."
You're like, "Oh my God,
I didn't know you had it in you.
You're so mentally ill."
Oh, I love that.
You literally don't leave me alone.
I want you more now.
Yeah, that's exactly what she did too. And then she had her little Pomeranian who.
Oh,
you know what?
He really tried. He really tried to help.
Yeah.
But by far the most tasteless moment was when he had blood in his little white fur. I'm like, that's so tasteless.
I know. I was like, I can't do this. I'm out.
But the scene that actually is showing where the cops find her is what I was getting to. Noah is talking in class, and this great orchestral music's playing, which really goes with the show.
Yeah.
And he's explaining the rules as they're finding her body. And then in class, very Scream style, very within the realm of what the movies have always been. Everybody finds it all at once, and it's like gossip.
Yeah, which I really like the concept of like a Scream-esque killer with modern technology.
Which is what the show did really well. That's also what, but you could get that out of Scream 4 in a better way, but this show does a pretty good job of that.
It does. Like the unknown caller thing and how he uses the fact that he knows these teens will spread around pictures that are sent out.
I am a little disappointed he didn't use like Cake or Snapchat or anything though. Like he could have gone the extra mile and like had an Insta.
Yeah.
I like that he calls Emma at one point the main character, and it's like, well, isn't this what you wanted? Like you're fake. Like you're on social media and you're always smiling, but you're always crying, aren't you? And you're putting on a face, and it's like, I like how he plays games.
And then he says the thing about, like, you used to have your mom's pussy. It says right there. It was weird, though.
It was really
okay.
weird.
Well, let's finish talking about the pilot, and then I'll discuss why it's even weirder. But why it's so much weirder than it should be.
So the mom's pretty much successfully covered up that she was even involved in this in general, even though she is like a officer?
No, she is a mortician.
Yeah, she's a mortician.
Oh, okay, she's a mortician.
She's
Gotcha.
an autopsist.
And she has like a witness protection name.
Yeah. So the daughter has no idea.
No, it's not a witness protection name. No. Daisy is her middle name. Her family called her that.
I must have blocked it out. I do remember Daisy, though. I remember Daisy very specifically.
She just wasn't found out because she was a minor, so her dad kept her name out of the police reports.
And they do a good job about bringing in a bunch of characters like the suspicious cop, his son who's new to town, and a bunch of, the generic Scream.
The edgy dark boy.
Have you seen? Yeah, have you seen the original movie? Skeet Ulrich and the friend character,
right.
Clearly the killers. So right off the bat, your thought process is, I mean, even if especially if you haven't seen the Scream movies, you're thinking, okay, it's her boyfriend and that Jake guy. Because they clearly, they have something on laptops and they're really worried about something getting out. So you're like, the whole time you're like, it's them. Or it could be the new mysterious boyfriend who swims without his shirt on, but with his pants on. And it saved a young boy in the middle of the lake for no fucking reason other than he wanted
fishing line.
Yeah, who just wanted to look hot, clearly.
I'm fine with it.
Is he hot, guys? Is he
Kieran?
hot?
Oh yeah.
I don't see it, but okay.
He's like rugged.
Really? I was like,
Little bit.
He seems very pretty boy to me.
He is pretty boy, but with an edge.
I don't buy the fact that he's like, I'm all dark and mysterious.
Yeah, like
I'm
you
like,
think he's
on
all dark.
Instagram, you're like a thirst trap. I know you are.
Yeah. But when you go home, you see that he has like Pokemon cards and stuff.
He's like, this is my My Little Pony collection, guys.
He's a brony. That's
brony.
his. Like, everybody has a dark secret. That's Kieran's dark secret. He's like,
a brony.
He's like, I'm a brony, and I want you to be my Pegasister.
Let's make it candid.
And then there's the Audrey character, which her character design is she's lesbian. Moving on. That's all she is. She's a lesbian. She's a lesbian with good moral compass, which is like, that's great and all, but
who's
like
not out yet, and she gets outed via her friend
she
recording
holds
her.
in the show till the bitter end that she's a bisexual. Come on. No, she's not. She's not. But you know what? People, you can have your own comfort and your own blankets. We're not going to judge you, but come on, bitch, you are not bisexual. You're the most lesbian woman.
And I like what we were saying while we were watching it was
the actress. I just want to say this real fast. The actress is like a lesbian icon. She's like this really beautiful model. And I think she's from like Germany or something, but she's very lesbian. So there's that.
Aren't we all?
Yeah. What we're what we were saying during watching it, Logan especially, was like how they're trying to convince you this character's so ugly by like putting her in fucking glasses and shit like that.
They're like, we're gonna put her in a flannel and give her a pixie cut. She's ugly.
Yeah.
She's basic looking.
She has the prettiest face you've ever seen, but we're gonna cut her hair short, and she's gonna wear black clothes and flannels, and she's gonna look disgruntled all the time. Like, that doesn't make you want to slam her even more.
They turned her into seal blue.
Yeah. She's seal blue. Her body's a temple.
Oh God.
But no, that character, and I mean, I don't want to say too much about the rest of the show, so let's think about the pilot here. What specifically in the pilot is there to say?
I really like some parts of the pilot. Like, I like the whole hidden secret thing of her mom being involved in with the original guy.
Every single person in the show has a secret.
Yeah, I do like that.
Bangs, I don't know her name, but she's fucking the teacher.
Yeah.
I'm going to call her Bangs because she has bangs. That's all I know about her.
Yeah, she's fucking the teacher.
I think that's her main personality trait.
Is that she's the one
That
with the bangs?
She's the one with bangs.
I mean, she is the only one with bangs.
I was going to say her main personality trait is she's fucking the teacher.
That's like a subset of personality traits. I think bangs.
I mean, if you have bangs, we all know you're fucking the teacher.
Like on your Myers-Briggs personality test,
Oh God.
bangs is an option.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, it just kind of like does the normal teenage tropes, you know?
You've got like dumb jock,
Yeah.
who has secret, hidden, sexy footage of the dead girl,
Oh God.
and then you've got
Which
other dumb jock
Yeah.
who's like, I'm
Which we
trying
don't-
to convince.
we
the
don't know
nice
what the
girl.
footage is in the pilot. You don't know. He's just saying.
I'm assuming based on what I've
I'm
seen.
telling them so they know that you're assuming that.
Well,
Yes, I
you
am
do
assuming.
find
There's not
out.
room-
You do find out in the pilot that Emma's boyfriend slept with the dead girl.
No,
Right.
yeah. Because of Bangs. Because Bangs
Yep.
likes to start issues.
Yeah.
Bangs is banging everybody around.
Bangs is
And then she goes into the
kind of a
garage.
bitch.
Then she goes into the garage to what I assume is about to be Taboo Underground Pornhub video, but it turns out to be the real boyfriend coming in the garage and going, "If you ever talk to my girlfriend again, I'll fucking break your bangs." She's like, "No,
Like, what is he gonna do?
Not my bangs.
not my delicious bangs." All right, so let's talk. Let's give our review of whether we watched the pilot or watched the rest of the show based on the pilot or not, and then we'll get into spoilers because I got spoilers, baby.
Okay.
I got them coming out my wazoo.
I'm ready. I feel like I watched this show with you so long ago that I kind of remember it, but it feels like a.
By the way, she didn't even rewatch the pilot for this. By the way,
You
she
didn't?
literally didn't do anything. Just throwing you out.
It feels like a fever dream.
It kind of was, to be fair.
Yeah.
I would say, I mean, I will not watch it. No, it's not my thing.
No.
However, I think if you are someone who enjoys slasher and you like Scream, just be prepared for like the teenage version. Like,
Yeah.
it's
if you like
definitely-
Scream the movie, you'll probably like the show. Actually, even though a lot of people talk shit about it, Scream the movie is a teenager, self-aware film series.
But this feels so much more dumbed down.
But that's only because teenagers got dumber. Because Scream 4 is just like this.
Teenagers really did go and get dumber, though, didn't they?
Don't forget about the Scream movie in 96. Jamie Kennedy and Matthew Lillard are talking about dicks in a blockbuster, okay? Trust me, nothing's really changed except for the lingo of children themselves.
Yeah.
Because in 2011, it was all about texting, and Emma Roberts was in it, and Hayden
Yep.
Panettiere. It's all teenage shit.
God, they really just, in 2011, they really just put Hayden Panettiere in everything, didn't they?
Well, it's because she's incredibly talented and save the cheerleader, save the world. Anyway.
Yes.
Welcome to Nashville.
Welcome to Nashville. We'll review both of those. We'll review Heroes and Nashville.
We're going to do them in the same episode.
In the same episode. So we're going to just be like, Hayden Panettiere, come on our podcast. You're not doing anything else.
Yeah, what is she even doing now?
She's married, right?
Anyway,
don't
guys,
know.
Franny, would you watch the show based on the pilot?
Fuck yeah, I love trash.
I think I am so in the middle. I think I'm going to say yes on an air of caution. If you can't watch shows like The In-Betweeners or Glee, you're going to fucking hate this show because it tries really hard to be funny. And if you're not into like shitty teenage Instagram comedy, like if you don't like King Bach or whatever the fuck his name is, you'll probably hate this.
Just be prepared. Like if you're going into it thinking you're going to get like highbrow, awesome, you're not. But
like Wes Craven did not touch this.
Agreed. But I think that if you go into it with that mindset that it's like a popcorn movie, I think you'll like the show.
It's definitely got bingeableness.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
All right.
Spoilers
Quick pause
start in.
before they start right after the pause.
I was gonna just count down to 5, but we can pause it if you want.
I want to pause it.
What are we gonna pause?
I think that's a nice break.
Woo!
And we're back with some spoilers.
Okay, so first off,
Whoa, his energy is a lot right now.
I've got a lot to fucking say.
He is ready. He's bursting at the seams with the spoiler talk.
I couldn't give my honest opinion about the pilot, whether I should keep watching or not, but let me tell you something. Ditch it. Leave it in the dirt. Shit on it. It's awful. Okay. First of all, the end of season 1, you find out there's this lady who comes to town. Her name is Piper, and she drinks coffee, and that's her personality.
You know, that's mine too, so I get it.
And she has a podcast where she does spooky stuff, and she's trying to fill in for the Courtney Cox role. And basically, she's the most uninteresting, boring FUD of a fucking character. But you come to find out that she is the daughter of Brandon James and Daisy, otherwise known as Emma's mother.
Gasp.
And she came to town looking to cause a little bit of trouble for her Papa Diddly Doe. And what she does is she decides to murder innocent teenagers because she's mad that her dad was murdered by innocent teenagers.
I think mainly what her motivation is why she targets Emma is she's jealous of Emma and wanted to have her life.
But she doesn't just target Emma, remember, because she kills people.
I know.
That's the problem I have with it.
It's all the people surrounding Emma.
The motivations of every other Scream killer reveal in the films.
Yeah.
And even in the sequel series we're going to talk about, the premises of their murderings gave sense to why they murdered not just the person they were after, but multiple people. Piper, on the other hand, was like, I love the taste of murder, and she murdered a bunch of people for no fucking reason. And because she doesn't come off as like purely clinically insane, she comes off as like a revenge killer who revengefully killed a bunch of people she either doesn't care about or barely knows, or some people that she likes.
The plot's a little weak. Just a little bit.
A little bit weak. And then you come to find out, well, how does she know about all this stuff with all these characters? How does she know all their interpersonal details? Well, she's shot and killed by Audrey, and then you come to find out at the very end of the episode, Audrey was one of her accomplices.
Gas.
Which is kind of self-explanatory, because I mean, the freaking picture of the mask is.
But you'll
you'll
forget that by the next couple episodes,
I don't forget
though.
anything.
Yeah, like, I wrote it down.
I remember everything.
I have it tattooed on my skin to
I
remember.
also have a pin board, and it has that same picture connected to Audrey.
It has a picture of her looking at that picture.
Connected to bangs.
Wait, so it's on like a pin board in her room or something? Is that what you're
the very
saying?
first episode.
The first episode ends, and
Wow.
like she moves something, and you see the mask face on a picture.
They really just give it to you first episode like that if you're paying attention?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Now, you also found out the reason why Bad Boyfriend, who, by the way, brutally gets murdered by a wood chipper, and
Wow.
Jake, who is not murdered by a wood chipper.
I remember the wood chipper scene. Like when I said it felt like a fever dream, I remembered that, but I wasn't sure if that was actually part of it
Was
You
that
know-
a
or if I was
highlight for
making
you?
that up.
So the reason they were being all secretive is because in Bangs' house, her father had a dead body, and they caught it on webcam by hacking into her webcam, and they were blackmailing her dad.
What?
That's what the secret was on the computer.
The fuck?
So who's the dead body?
It's like like a girl that like OD'd in his presence that he was cheating on his wife with.
Oh, okay. I thought it was going to be something interesting.
That's really that's really fucked up.
But anyway, we get all that together. Obviously, Emma finds out that Daisy, like, you know, that her mom fucked Brandon James, which is upsetting.
Yeah, because don't they make him out to kind of be like somebody with special needs?
And then
I kind of got that vibe.
Yeah.
It almost seemed like it was going well when he was hitting on her at the locker, and then I guess he freaked her out just a little bit. But you know, like sometimes, like they're a little crazy.
I don't
like,
think.
Ooh, I like
no.
that.
The thing.
I thought he was
the
supposed
fever
to be
dream
special
wasn't real.
It wasn't?
What you
Okay.
saw with the guys attacking. No. The reason why he got attacked is because the boyfriend of Daisy found out that Brandon James was fucking her.
Wow.
That's why he got murdered.
That's fucked.
Wow.
So he's not actually like this.
No. He looks fucked up, but she wasn't bothered by it.
Oh,
She's
well,
like,
good for her.
she's like, I
All
love
that
your fucked up
matters
face.
is what's on the inside.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Unless you're
Until
a
he
fucking
murders people.
Yeah. And he snapped because he would like beat his ass and shit. Anyway, let's move on to season 2. Oh, one other thing. Kieran's dad gets chopped the fuck up real bad. Bye, bada boom. Officer dead as fuck.
That has to happen in a horror something though, you know? Kill an officer. That's just how it goes.
So I must know before we move on,
To season 2.
what character are you in season 1?
Oh,
I think you're that one guy that
I'm definitely Noah, right?
Yeah.
Like, I
Yeah.
think it's pretty self-explanatory.
yeah, you're
You're meta
Noah.
guy.
Hell yeah. You're Bangs, Cody.
Am I Bangs?
You're
Yeah.
definitely Bangs.
Hi, I'm
You
Bangs.
got secretly fucking a teacher energy for sure.
Because
no one knows
you
yet.
don't quite have final girl energy because like you act like you're really like sweet, but like on this like on the secret on the low you're not. You're Bangs. And then Brandon
Who am
James.
I?
No, I'm just kidding.
I look a little fucked up, but I got a heart of gold.
I don't know. You're probably that Asian chick that gets murdered because of me. That's probably you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Because we're together.
I see the resemblance.
But ultimately, I'm bad for you, as shown by the fact that you're murdered.
Shut up. I don't know who I am in this.
I think I just nailed it.
I guess.
Yeah. I
She
think so.
she wanted to be a cool girl, but secretly she was into like the guy who was into horror movies.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's you.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
cute.
That is me.
Because you were like in high school, like I don't think I like him, and you're like, oh my god, I'm obsessed with him. Oh my god, what does he smell like?
Oh God.
You used to force me into hugs all the time. You'd
I
run up to me
did.
like, you have to hug me before you leave, and I'm just like, who are you? It's not even untrue. Like seriously. Or at one point, she asked for my number. I was like, sure. Not thinking, like just thinking, I don't know anybody. And then she texted me all summer long, every single day.
I'm sorry
even
I
though she
liked you.
had a boyfriend.
Wow.
You know, high school's a weird time.
High school never ends.
As shown in this show, it is a weird time.
Yeah, it's weird or you get murdered. It's
Yeah.
one of the
Season
two.
2.
Oh God, are we just going right into it?
Oh, no.
Season 2.
Season 2, not Dead
series
Fast Club?
2.
Okay.
That's season 3. Season 2
Okay.
is the continuation of the story.
Yeah, what the fuck even happens in season 2?
All right,
I
Audrey
didn't
starts
watch
working
it.
at a movie theater. A bunch of kids try to prank her and act,
Oh, yeah,
and
I
act
remember
like they're
that.
gonna kill her. Then she stabs one and he almost dies.
Oh.
Because it was a prank. Noah's slowly figuring out that there was definitely an accomplice. She's doing everything she can to try to avoid him
hide
figuring
it?
out
Okay.
who the accomplice is. But then, through all of their searching, they find out that there's 2 accomplices. Bum, bum,
Gasp!
bum! And then it turns out, after Audrey admits, hey, I was an accomplice, Emma's like, you fucking bitch! And doesn't talk to her for like a day. And then they get over it.
Which hold on.
Jake is killed.
Oh.
In the first episode, he is, and this is right after him and Bangs become a thing. He and Bangs fall in love.
Who?
Okay.
Jake.
Is that the
So this is the
Jake's
guy.
this guy who
dumb
says
jock.
everything in third person.
Oh, the real douchey one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
who turns out to be a great guy, and then he dies.
That's usually
Damn.
how it happens.
Yeah. And he dies at Brandon James' old farmhouse from a killer doing it to him.
That's fucked.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up. And then puts it in a storage locker where Audrey finds it because she's trying to get rid of evidence, and there's apparently evidence that she was an accomplice in the storage locker. They go there. She finds Jake's body. She's like, fuck, I just have to admit it now. I have to call the police and like tell them that I was fucking accomplished this shit. But then they ended up finding it without her calling, so that really worked out.
Does she
But-
get arrested?
No, because she tells Noah and they keep it a secret. Now, moving forward, things get a little wild. There's a killer still on the loose. People are getting killed left and right and left. There's a weird cousin that moves in with Kieran, because Kieran's dad is dead and they need an adult there, so his aunt moves in with his cousin.
Okay.
The cousin is like really fucking rapey. Like,
Oh, no.
my God, rapey. The whole time he's like, hey, Emma. She's like, how do you know my name's Emma? He's like, doesn't everybody know? Licks his lips, walks away. I'm like, what the fuck are you? Get the fuck out of here.
Ew.
But
That
anyway,
whole family gives me like Twilight Edward Cullen vibes.
it's like, you've been 17 for 46 years. No,
Oh God.
I swear you were Skinoric in the previous movie. What?
the whole time you think the accomplice is actually the cousin because they make it framed that way. Also, the new sheriff's son is involved, and he's weird and likes horror comic books, but he actually has a heart of gold and is murdered promptly. So, so they get to the end, and who's the accomplice? Who do you guys think it is?
Is it Emma?
No.
Is it Kieran?
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
But it's so fucked up because the whole series, even though he's creepy, he gives off like real vibes and he takes her virginity. It's pretty fucked up. And he's the one who stabbed her. He looks at her stab mark at one point. And this is the only time where you get a hint. And she's like, it's so ugly. He's like, no, it makes me more attracted to you. Because he
The
left
crap?
that fucking stab mark, dude. And then he goes to prison. He's by the way, he's 17. He's sentenced to 10 life sentences. Very realistic.
Okay.
But he did murder like a bunch of people and terrorized over a dozen people is what they labeled it as. They filed for one of them as like a terrorist charge because he terrorized 12 people. I'm like, you guys are stretching it. He goes to prison. Not Ghostface, Blowjob Face, whatever his name is. Catching food guy. There's another catching food guy there on top of his prison cell. Gets him out. Kieran says, all right, are you going to tell me who you are now? And then kills Kieran. And then we never find out who the fuck that was.
Are you kidding?
it was Emma the whole time.
So then there's an episode finale after this point happens. By the way, Noah's still alive. Emma's still alive. I think Noah's still alive. I could be wrong about that. Emma and Audrey are definitely still alive. They go to an island resort. Great idea. And they're chased down. Like, I still know what you did last summer the whole
Yeah, I
time.
was about
Yep.
to say.
And then they were rescued, and then that is the end of the show for them forever. You never find out who killed Kieran. He also broke there's an officer's neck, and he had like traps, kind of like Goku from Dragon Ball Z, and this little man snapped his neck. Not believable. Doesn't matter.
No.
Also, he went straight from the courthouse to a jail cell like in like 3 seconds, and I'm like, they don't have jail cells behind the court. Like, he's not gonna stay there. But then they explain, oh, well, we're just waiting for the thing to clear up. So like Ghostface, the murderer got in from the courtroom. So all you know is that he was definitely somebody in the courtroom.
Weird.
This sounds like a waste of time.
Yeah.
It was fucking 26 episodes.
What?
In total, season 1 and season 2 is 26 episodes. I
Standard.
watched all of it.
That feels really short.
They're like an hour long. They're like 40 minutes each, and then the finale is an hour and 15 minutes.
And it tells
The
you
finale has nothing to do with the rest of the show.
Tells
The
you
electricity
nothing.
goes out. I don't know. I don't even know what to say about the island episode. Everything that you expect from an island horror movie happened in this episode.
That feels so shoehorned in to pay homage to like I still know what you did last summer that it makes no sense.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you? It's Scream.
Yeah.
It was
Stupid.
really bad. It was really bad.
Well, I'm glad I didn't watch season 2. I remember you and I sat down to watch it and we watched like the first 2 episodes and lost interest.
I'm not even glad I watched the pilot.
Yeah.
Well, wait, no, this is good time. This is good content, though. This is worth the content.
I mean, that's what we'll label everything from now on. Any wasted time
Is good content.
is good content.
It's true. Okay, now that we've
For
talked about
sure.
spoilers, I would just like to say, fuck MTV for making this show, but fuck MTV harder for what they do next. Let's take a break. Welcome back, guys. We're talking about Scream, the Dead Fist Club, or Scream Resurrection, or Scream the Bad One, or Scream with Tyler Posey.
Scream season 3.
Scream Season 3, which is a separate series altogether. That's why it's a separate pilot. We didn't just do that to make this video longer. We swear. Yeah, so there's a lot of issues with this show. Does anybody have any initial thoughts they want to go over?
Yes, I do. Why did they cast Keke Palmer She is too old.
She's been 17 for 46 years.
She is 10 years older.
We talk about like how the other ones remind you of like the Cullen family. Like Keke Palmer is in the Cullen family.
She's the Cullen family.
It's lazy casting. They just knew Keke Palmer would draw in her fans, and they did that for that reason.
Pause. Where are Keke Palmer's fans?
I don't know.
Where's the Palmettes? I've never heard of them.
Well,
The
they did some
Palminators?
lazy cast. Well, they put Keke Palmer and Tyler Posey, and that's like the only names to grab people.
Tyler, okay, not true. The main character plays Billy Cranston in the
I
Power
guess.
Rangers movie, and
Yeah.
is like, people want to like eat his scrum. People want a piece.
He's cool.
He's all right.
He's fucked.
He's got
He's fuckable.
he's got good eyes for acting. Like that one scene where which we'll talk about later, but he almost like fights that one guy, and they're like right up in each other's faces. His eyes are really into it.
He's definitely probably the best actor that the
Yeah.
show has seen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, basically, the plot of this story follows Billy Cranston, the Blue Ranger. It starts off in basically his twin brother is murdered in cold blood by, I guess it's kind of like the town Boo Radley.
Which is played by, oh God, let me figure this out. Hold on. This is very important. Just pause.
Okay.
Don't actually pause, but you know what I mean.
Don't actually pause. Okay, so basically it's
okay,
a,
yeah. So I got it.
You got it?
So the man who was with this was a great little thing for me as a horror fan. The man with the claw is Candyman, played by Tony Todd.
Also, pause. You guys got some facts wrong.
No, I didn't. I haven't
So-
said anything yet.
CJ Wallace, the guy that you guys are saying the Power Ranger,
Yeah.
he's not the main character. The main character is played by R.J. Seiler.
No, he's not. He's the main character.
No, he's not.
RJ Kyler is the Blue Ranger.
Oh, I think I was okay. They both have initial names. That's why I was fucking it up when I looked at the cast list. I
No.
was like,
I
Yeah, we're
don't
saying the
care.
wrong
I don't
one.
give
He's
a
the
fuck
Blue
what his
Ranger.
name is. He's definitely the Blue
Still,
Ranger.
But he's
it's
not-
about the guy with
okay,
the
gotcha,
twin.
gotcha.
Anyway, I think what this show was trying to do, and you can tell me in the comments if I'm wrong, because I am Caucasian, is they were trying to make a black Scream TV show, because they had the most infamous black serial killer in cinema as the Boo Radley kind of character. He was literally Candyman. It was Candyman.
Which is
Yeah.
appropriate because it was Halloween.
Yeah, and also because it's clearly this is supposed to be like a black Scream series.
which I love a good horror movie or show that takes place in like a less
That's a bad
Like in-
that's
like
a
in-
bad lead-in, dude.
like an inner city place, because I feel like it's so much more realistic. Like you hear, like when we talk about Paranormal Activity, I like Marked Ones the best. I don't know.
She just goes, I like horror movies set in the hood.
No,
That's what you said.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying I don't like to watch rich white people.
Oh my God. You assume that because they're black, they're in the hood?
No, I'm
So
saying
anyway-
it takes place in an inner city area. That is where the setting is.
Dude, I'm telling you, not what you said, but what it sounded like. That's all I'm saying.
Or at least one of the characters is at least from an inner city
It's
area.
set at a school that's
Yeah.
like they have metal detectors.
Yeah, yeah.
That's like the only kind of.
No, you see him running through.
No,
An
we
inner
get
city
what you're saying.
area.
No, you're right, but the way you
I
said
am
it,
right.
the way you said it was awful.
Well, I didn't mean it like that
We
at
know.
all.
We know this is comedy.
I know.
So RJ Kyler's twin is murdered by
Yeah.
Candyman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The character's name is Dion. I don't remember the name. of the
Dion.
kid. And then was it Marcus, the kid who died?
Marcus is the brother. Yeah. I think those are the only two names I do remember.
Yeah.
Um,
There was Amir.
yeah, Amir.
And
Is that the friend who is like, oh, my parents are super strict?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then
Okay.
Beth is the goth girl.
The Wednesday Addams.
yeah, man.
Ooh, she says something so problematic.
No,
Yeah.
we know
She's
exactly what you
like,
mean.
You're telling me to cut? That's a bad thing to tell
Yeah,
me.
that's a bad idea because I'm unstable.
And
Yeah.
I remember being like, I'm going to turn this off.
We paused and went, what?
Yeah.
But okay, all right, nope. I'm gonna. Okay. So here's the thing: the show is only 6 episodes, so I will give you this. If you really
Wow,
wanted,
really?
if you really wanted to storm through it, you could. I don't think it's recommended because it's bad.
Did you end up storing through it, Lindsay?
Nope.
No. I don't blame
Fuck
you.
no, I didn't. I had 2 seasons of TV to watch that you weren't going to watch, so I was on it.
You know.
Anyway, okay, so the idea is that basically from one end or another, all very plot relevant, but very, I guess you could say, how do I put this? It was very fortunate the way everybody ended up in detention all at the same time. And it's like the plot was like, we got to get all these fuckers in detention for some reason. Let's have the guy in the parking lot be a racist. And let's also have this other person get in trouble because they were just in the general vicinity of the racism. And then they want us to believe that in the 5 seconds they were in detention, all of them are now like so tight. Like they're all like all best friends. And this guy who doesn't even go to school there, Tyler Posey, sneaks in through the window, you know, hide your kids, hide your wife. He comes in through the fucking window and essentially tries to fuck this goth girl in front of everybody.
And then I guess he does because everyone leaves the room.
Yeah.
TV shows like this play like such a unrealistic idea of what detention is. You literally just sit there.
Like
you don't talk.
Like the difference between this show and the last Scream show is like, if they went to detention, I would truly believe that there'd be a teacher there to be like, hey, don't come in here raping these children. Like there'd be a teacher relevant. But in this one, they're like, no, come rape whoever. I don't care.
But the teacher called the goth girl Gene Simmons.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that teacher was really fucking mean, by the way. Really mean. He was like, hey, you girl over there, you got stupid braids, you dumb bitch. It's like, god damn. He really was that mean though. Like, he didn't say that exactly, but he shit on everybody. And then he's like, I'm leaving. Don't leave anywhere like me. And then he walks out.
To make Keke Palmer seem younger, they literally just put her in the most ridiculous stuff they could. They made her hair purple. They put her in like tacky big earrings and like really colorful shit. They just made her look like a cartoon character to try to pass us 10 years younger than she is.
Yeah, it was tough. And then for some reason or another, the new girl there, she is almost dating this racist guy. I don't know why that happened. And then she starts to get, by just looking at another man, she starts to fall in love with him after just looking at him.
He's got good eyes.
To the point where when he had an incident and left, when she went looking for him, she went to his house after she really didn't even know him.
And met his brother, Tyga, the rapper.
Yeah, I met his brother, Tyga. And Tyga was like, what up, baby? Want to sit on this face? And she's like, no.
God.
No, but who's that cute little boy in that picture frame?
Yeah, who's that boy? Who's that boy? By the way, this is important. She didn't ask who's that boy. She said, is that him when he was younger? He's like, no. And then he like is ready to stop talking. She's like, well, then who is it? Because it looks just like him. He literally went, nah. Like, he's not going to tell that insane fucking story. Oh, yeah, he's dead now. I would literally be like, no, that's his dead stepbrother. Or his dead twin brother. You don't know about that? That'd be the first thing I talked about.
And I'd also be like, who the hell are you?
Yeah.
Why are you here?
Also,
why aren't you on my face?
Also, he instantly goes for hitting on the clearly underaged girl.
Oh, that's the least problematic thing he did.
He was just problematic in general.
He was like, I love the smell of your sweat. He was like so ready to just like literally take her.
Yeah, he was a lot.
And then this big party was planned by a secret party planner. I know who the party planner is. They plan a big old party where everybody's dressed like Ghostface because...
Why not?
Because that's what Marcus was dressed as when he got killed.
Yeah, but that's...
Yeah, but
no, we get why, but why
I know,
would...
The reason
I don't
was
think we
like, they
told
were like,
them yet.
Girls love Halloween. They love spooky, was I think the explanation that Tyler Posey
It makes
gave.
them wet. Like, they're just like fucking creepy about it.
Oh, emo, drug dealing, Tyler Posey.
I wouldn't call him emo.
Well,
He's
edgy,
trust me,
drug
dudes who
dealing.
fuck emo girls aren't always emo. I can promise you that.
He's like,
I know. That's another thing this show pretended like that every subgroup of teens doesn't want to just secretly fuck the
Even
goth
though
girl.
every single straight male wants to fuck the goth girl.
That's always
Literally
how it is.
everyone.
It's always jocks and shit, but they do it on the down low. Like, they don't want you to know that they want to fuck the goth girl, but they're secretly trying to fuck the goth girl.
I do want to say one thing though. Tommy Jenkins, the one who is not responsible for Marcus's death, no matter what people want to believe, because all he did was steal some candy.
Yeah.
Although the show wants you to believe that that's his fault because he's a white man who sent a little kid to die. He had nothing to do with that. The person who murdered that little kid was Candyman. Anyway,
He was just a shitty kid. Like, kids are shitty.
And he seemed very different when he got older because he had a man bun and a nice car, you know?
You know, a man bun is never a good sign, though.
You don't know. What I'm saying is he didn't turn out to be this big jockey kid.
Can we revert back to your boyfriend had a man bun forever ago?
Exactly.
I had a man bun forever
I'm
ago.
saying it's not a good sign.
Wow. Okay.
No, it's a great sign, but not the way he did it.
But anyway,
He did a douchey man bun.
there's a great kill though. Is what I'm trying to get to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh
the
my
Tommy
God.
Jenks'
Yes.
kill is really interesting. He cuts his throat and then covers his face in the bag so you can't hear the screaming.
Who is Nash Greer? Was he Vine?
Wait, it was
don't know.
a Vine star who played the character.
Yeah. That explains why it's so.
God, they really just tried so hard to get people to watch this show.
Yeah, they really did. They were like, we're gonna put every single person that you would know of in this show. We're just gonna put them in a character. Who cares what it is? Why don't we get Tyga, guys? Tyga.
We
and
already
Nash
got
Greer.
Keke Palmer. Why the fuck?
There's people out there asking, is it really Tyga?
It's Tyga.
I know.
It's Tyga.
It's Tyga. Did you know it was Tyga?
Where's Kylie at? Does she know that
God.
he wants to? Ooh, that makes a lot of sense.
Oof. It just really feels like they try to like shove all these celebrities in there
And
to
they tried to
make
make
you
the
wanna watch
Noah/Jamie character Beth, but Beth is so problematic and annoying that when she starts to explain the rules of horror movies, you're like, Shut the fuck up! Yeah, shut the fuck up! You're like, want her to die.
Yeah, she's a lot.
Does she die?
Let's get okay, real quick. I think we've said all we wanted about the pilot. Other than there was a weird party, the racist guy died, and then he got them all into an abandoned school bus somehow. The Power Ranger got them all into a bus, and he went, "Guys, my past is fucked up. It's my fault that he died because I ran away."
Yep.
Which
still, it's still not his fault. Candyman murdered this child. There's no guilt associated. He was a child.
So wasn't this not supposed to? Wasn't this written in just like a couple months, right?
Oh yes.
Seems
Fun
like
fact.
it.
Now this isn't proven, but this was speculated about.
Yeah.
That the people who were in the Scream season 1 and 2 had their contracts were up and they wanted more money, and some of them weren't even willing to return. So, but the studio was under the impression that they were just going to do it. And then when it's like, no, we're not, they're like, well, guess we're writing a new Scream series then.
So they threw together this mess and called a bunch of B-list or D-list celebrities and made it happen.
I don't know if Tyga's D-list.
No, they kind of went through Keke Palmer's D-list.
I mean, I think you had a bunch of nobodies. You had a bunch of people that you'd probably be like, I know your face.
Yeah.
And then you had like Tyga.
Yeah. It was really something.
So like, just a star cast.
But they couldn't afford Tyga for too much, so he's in
One
5
scene
minutes.
where he's like, I'm going to
Well,
rape the 16-year-old.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, is he in it later?
Yep.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, you already
But-
kind of told me that.
Wow.
All right, so guys, let's just talk about it. Would you watch it based on the pilot?
No.
Oh God, I was begging for it to be over.
I wouldn't even finish this if I knew it was like a porn. Like, this is bad build up to a porn scene. I wouldn't even go through it to see the sex.
Wait, does anybody have a favorite part of it?
Yeah, the kill that I
end?
already mentioned.
Yeah,
The end
that
is
one
my
kill.
favorite part.
Yeah, just the fact that it's ending.
Actually, you know what?
credits.
The kids in the beginning were kind of fun. I'm sad that the show wasn't just about 10-year-old Marcus and Dion because I liked them.
I will say, I think the highlight of the whole show for me was R.J. Kyler. I do think he's a good actor,
he's
and he
talented.
probably did his best with what he was given. So
He just made a bad choice by being in this dude.
I think,
Yeah.
yeah, I agree.
I really like seeing Tyler Posey like that. I think that's my favorite part.
Okay. So I wouldn't watch the pilot either. Let's get into spoilers.
Yeah.
All right. The killers are Beth and Tyga.
What?
Beth wanted to live out her fantasy of committing the murders that she saw in films, and she heard about the story of what happened to Marcus, Dion's brother, through his other brother, Tyga. Tyga told her the story. Tyga wanted to fuck her, so he went along with it. That's literally what happened.
That is the dumbest thing I've legitimately ever heard.
Yeah, bro. Oh, and also, I think there's a subplot, although I didn't look too deeply into it, where Dion and Marcus actually switched. Like, it's Marcus who's alive, and Dion's dead.
Is that
Well, then why?
Is that an actual subplot?
I tried to figure out. I'm not willing to watch it, but I was trying to figure it out by researching it, and it looks like that's what happened. But I could be wrong.
That doesn't. But why? What's the point of it?
I think we'd have to watch the show to know because I wouldn't watch it. I could be wrong, but I think that might be a subplot. But I do know for a fact the person who killed them was Beth and that guy. And in the show, what I guessed when we were watching was that it was Tyler Posey and her because I knew that she threw the party.
Yeah,
I could tell right away she threw the party because nobody throws that fucking dark of a party unless you're a goth bitch who's into horror movies. So I knew she was the Mad Hatter, or whatever the fucking name of the party thrower was. It was bad. I mean, it was just really bad. I don't think there's really much to say about it spoiler wise because we didn't watch any more of it other than it's really bad. It did really bad, but they'll probably still do a season 2. And also might I add that the seasons they had such a long wait time to do season 3, and they had the original Lakewood 6.
I believe it's done,
but
I think it was canceled.
Oh, okay, I got
because it says that it was over officially in 2019.
Oh, okay. So, but no, from season 2 to season 3, there was a long wait to get that cast to do season 3, and then they didn't even do it because it literally season 2 of Scream was in 2016. This didn't come on until 2019.
Yeah.
Wow.
So not only was it on production hold forever, but they didn't get the people they wanted. Yeah, so who are you gonna fuck, marry, kill out of this? Because there's nothing else to say.
I have one for each.
For each series?
For each
series.
scene.
Yes.
In this scene, I'd fuck him.
So
the kid, Candyman, and then the teenage babysitter.
So out of the first group, fuck Kieran, marry that one Jake guy that's douchey but turns out to have a heart of gold. Kill Bangs.
Why would you marry Noah? I'm literally him.
Oh, good point. I forgot about him.
No, it's too late.
And you're gonna kill me.
And then out of the second group, fuck Tyler Posey as a drug dealer, 100%. Marry Dion. Kill Beth.
Okay.
Do us all a favor.
So I'll combine it all because I don't care to separate it.
Same.
I'd fuck Beth because I fucked her before and I'll fuck her again probably. If this doesn't work out, I'll definitely fuck that person again. I've had sex with that particular girl almost exclusively. So I know what it's like. I know what to expect. She's going to cry during, before, and after. So anyway.
So you're Tyga in this series.
I've always been Tyga. I'd probably marry Audrey because she seems like a tough bitch who can protect me.
Okay.
And then I'd kill everyone else in Scream season 3. No, I think after I fucked her, I'd kill Beth.
So you'd circle back?
Yeah. I'd be like, I already got her. All right, here we go.
Instead of hitting it twice.
Well, I hit her.
And you just hit her.
Oh, God.
I hit it and then I hit her.
All right, CL, what is yours?
I think I would slam Beth.
Yeah.
Because, well, hear me out. It's something.
Bullshit.
Listen here. Listen. It's something I would be like, I can only get that experience with her.
You're like, I got one opportunity to catch gonorrhea.
And then I would marry. I'm between two. Because I like what you said. I do think Audrey can handle herself, but my initial one was Dion because I was like, he's so focused. He'll protect me. Like, I have a bright future if I married him.
Right?
And then, no offense, Keke Palmer, but I'd probably kill Keke Palmer.
Because she's almost going to die of old age here soon.
Exactly. I'm just going to put her out of her misery.
It's a mercy kill. You're just unplugging the box. That's all.
Oh, God.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well then, what character are we in season 3?
Franny's Beth.
No. I think high school me wanted to be Beth.
But you were always, you've always been, what's her name? The chick who was like, I'm gonna date a racist, I guess, because you were like, peer pressured into dating whoever.
I don't know her name.
Just kind of flop around wherever the wind takes you.
I don't know. She's got great curly hair. That's all I remember.
Yeah, she's really pretty. She looks super familiar. I don't know what else she's
I like
in.
that Beth was like, you've got last girl energy, but you two, you're black. And it's like,
But wait, she's black.
but
But the thing is, she's not black enough.
exactly. So dumb.
Gosh.
Show's so stupid. Okay.
But it is accurate to films. I'm just putting it. In the 90s, that was horror movies for sure.
Leave us in the comments who you would fuck, marry, and kill.
And not out of us, out of the people in the show.
Or out of us.
I don't want to see a whole lot of Kill Logan. It's going to be really upsetting.
Please don't. I feel like Loki's Noah.
Even in the second.
Even in this one.
No, I think Beth. No, I'm kidding.
You got some Beth energy, though.
No, I would say I'm probably the Tyler Posey character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was definitely the bad boy that entered your life.
Yeah.
In accordance to everybody you talk to.
Shut up.
Even though I was like, you want to watch Power Rangers?
Yeah.
Like, hey, you want to watch Pokemon?
Oh God. All right, Cody, who are you in this bunch?
Oh, I have no idea. I don't
There's
wanna
not
be-
there's not enough women. I guess Kiki Palmer.
Kiki Palmer, guys.
And then you just said you want to kill Kiki Palmer.
Well, it's
Are you
apt.
okay?
It makes sense. Story checks out.
They don't have a standard like preppy girl in this. Like I'm not saying you're preppy, but what I'm saying is usually they carry
I'm a girl.
they usually carry your kind of energy, you know?
I think if I was gonna be anyone, I'm the dead twin brother.
I'm DeAndre or Deontay, is it? And you're Marcus?
No, I know who Cody is. He's the brother pretending to be the one that like survived, but everybody thought he died. He's the switcheroo brother because he doesn't want to be problematic and tell everybody he's not. Yeah, everybody just assumed you were Dion, so you're like, I guess.
Can I just be the mean teacher who's ancient? I'll just be him, okay?
Oh God.
Or there is the gay man we totally left out in the conversation.
I don't relate to him.
He's got
such
no
a little
personality.
wuss.
He literally is like such a pussy.
Literally.
Oh man, I think we've screamed everything away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you can find us on Instagram.
Wait. I want to say this first.
Oh.
If you guys have any TV shows you want us to review, comment that shit. Because
Fuck
it's a
yeah.
lot less big of a dedication than me and Franny's movie podcast. We have to watch a whole movie. Like, we can sit down and watch
This
like
is
a
like
TV show
20
real quick.
minutes, 30
Yeah.
minutes at most.
Yeah. Sometimes 40 to an hour, but, still not as bad as a whole feature.
Yeah.
All right.
You can also email them to apilotpodcast@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Instagram at a pilot podcast, Twitter at a pilot podcast,
Wait, hold on. This worked.
Twitter at
Hold on.
Twitter.com/apilotpodcast. Wow.
Who is that?
Instagram.com/apilotpodcast. And follow us on all social medias. Sultry. A Pilot Podcast. A Pilot Podcast.
all right.
Wait, no, wait. Please like, comment, and subscribe. This is a new channel. We need subscribers. We need people to work us up this algorithm. I don't want to have to be on Crosscut every other week promoting this different podcast. Although I fucking will.
Hit the notification bell if you guys want more videos.
Yeah,
Just
snap that bell, baby.
be prepared.
Is there anything you want to plug, Cody?
Yeah, you can follow me on all social medias at CL Blue Official, and then I make music. It's an EP called Temple. It's out on all music streaming platforms.
Yeah, and if you don't know who we are, me and Franny, we're a part of another podcast called Crosscut Cinema. You can check us out on
Yes.
youtube.com/Crosscut Cinema, and you can also check us out on Twitter at Crosscut Cinema, right?
Yep.
All right, cool.
Bye.
Later, y'all.